I just you can see it on my face, guys. You can see it on my face. This next couple of weeks in terms of anime is going to be amazing. One today, Fire Force starts it off with not only the anime weekend, but the anime rest of the week going into next week because a bunch of new animes are freaking coming out. My freaking goodness. Like, oh my gosh. This is only the start. Jeez, this is only the start. Yeah, listen. I love Fire Force. I really love Fire Force. Fire Force is one of my favorite anime series that I've ever watched. I watched it just last year, actually, the season one, and I loved it. I loved it. Like, the characters were great, the moments that were great, the action scenes were great, and I'm sorry I'm itching my eye, but my eye is freaking itchy. But yeah, and now we have the season two premiere of Fire Force, and man, what an episode today. Now, nothing really happened other than the one big infernal battle, but other than that, it's just great to see the characters we loved from season one back in this show. And my goodness, I was smiling from beginning to end of this episode, and I was dying of laughter, especially when they get to the back half of the episode, which was freaking hilarious. So, anyways, guys, hello. For newbies of the channel, I'm Cam from 15, and I do reviews on anime and a bunch of other media outlets, and I do reviews for sports as well. But I'm here to review Fire Force Season 2, Episode 1. I do have a Fire Force Season 1 review of my thoughts of Fire Force in the channel. I'll probably put the thing little header thing up top so you guys can click on it. But yeah, so Fire Force Season 2. This was a very highly anticipated anime. It's coming out, especially in this time. We were hoping this anime did not get delayed, and happily we got it. It didn't get delayed. So yeah, we get this the day before 4th of July, and yeah, so I'm gonna just go over my notes of what I put down in the episode, and yeah, just tell you my thoughts on the episode and things like that, and how stuff is going, how certain things are gonna be going. But like any other anime, season premiere, some animes they usually get to the point. Other animes, they usually have a one-off episode where it just gets you back to reintroducing characters and stuff like that. And that's what kind of this episode was like. It reminded me of episode one of My Hero Academia um of season four of episode one of season four for My Hero Academia. That's what it reminded me. It was an episode that was kind of, it's like a filler kind of based episode where essentially you just get reintroduced to characters you haven't seen for a while, and you get what they do best, like their powers and stuff like that. And yeah, that's really it. But anyways, before I actually start off the review, um, I was supposed to have one of my friends, my guest, be a guest on the video today to review Fire Force episode one. Right now, he's currently in Mexico, celebrating Fourth of July week, the Fourth of July weekend. So he couldn't be here for today's video, but I'll have to talk to him next week if he'll be here next Friday and stuff like that. So yeah. Anyways, the episode starts off with Shinra, Maki, Iris, and Tamaki, three of the best girls in this series. And they're at like some kind of little, how can I say, like some kind of little, like farmers market or something like that. Some like festival market or something like that. and they're just, you know, chillaxing and stuff like that, and they're having a lots of fun with one another. They do a lot of freaking Iris and Shinra like shipping moments in this episode. So for you Shinra Iris shipping fans, I'm guessing you like that in this episode and stuff like that. Um, the girls go off to go get some like ice cream while Shinra he kind of is just sitting back, you know, just chillaxing, and he's just rethinking of the events at the end of season one when it pertains to the evangelist and what happened in their little base of operations. Um, and you know, he's also thinking about the whole people turning infernal and how people here as he sees in this little market area, this little juncture, they're all smiling, they're having a good time. But as we know, some of these characters or some of these people actually turn infernal at any time, mostly because they're being forced to being turned into infernals thanks to the evangelist. And Shinra kind of just he's just overseeing, talking about how much he wants to stop that from happening, and how he wants to make people keep on smiling and have a good life. So yeah, now the girls are actually going shopping for the lieutenant Hinawa, and essentially it's essentially for his, like, I guess you could say, his style of clothes. They do a nice little flashback scene where he wears like this interesting, clothes design, and the girls, since it's their off day, they essentially all decide to go find him, some outfit to wear. And they go in this store and they have like these funny, things which would be good for the lieutenant. Like I said, they do a Iris Shinra moment where Iris kind of puts this little helmet thing on his head, and Shinra's like, wow, she's really close and stuff like that. And it's hilarious because he looks at her and she's like, well, he's like, ah, and stuff like that, which is funny. And then Tamaki kind of ruins it. She's like, what are you doing? And why are you looking like that? Because we all know Tamaki has, she thinks freaking Shinra's like some kind of pervert. Which I love their interactions with one another. Their interactions in this episode was hilarious to start off the episode because things like that was freaking hilarious. Now, I think it was Maki who talks to him, and they kind of tell Shinra like, look, you don't have to look so down about it because look, we're all here, we're all worried about you. Like, we know about what happened with your mom and stuff like that, and the fact that apparently his mom is technically still alive in that one void area. So they know about Shinra's mom from the second half of season one. Now after they leave the little store area, there's this explosion that happens, and we later come to find out that when Shinra gets to the area, there is this giant monstrosity of an infernal just roaming the streets, and Shinra almost like legit gets himself killed if it wasn't for our favorite knight Arthur showing up. Also, I know I'm saying this later. I should have said this at the beginning of the video, but if you're questioning if you on how to see Fire Force, and when I mean see Fire Force, see it legally, please. Support the anime industry. You can either watch it on Crunchyroll, Verve, which is technically an extension of Crunchyroll, and Funimation. Now, for Verve and Crunchyroll, you'll be able to watch the subbed version, but you're going to need a premium account to access the first video. Otherwise, I believe, like other animes with premium tags, you have to actually wait till next week to see the first episode and, stuff like that. So you'll be a week behind. For Crunchyroll, it's $7.99 for a premium account, and on Verve, it's $4.99 for a premium account. So Verve is probably the better way to go in terms of premium account. And then you can also watch the Funimation, watch it on Funimation. And if you're a fan of the English dub, you can watch the English dub on Funimation.now. Now, I believe you need a premium account to see the episode. I already have a premium account on Funimation now, so I was quick to go. So I can't tell if you do need one. You probably do need a premium account, especially for the English dub. Now, they have different premium like taggings. You can have like a premium account for $7.99, like I have myself on. And then you can even have a premium account, as low as $4.99 or $5 essentially. So, if you really want to see these Fire Force episodes, especially in the English dub, if you're a fan of the English dub, Funimation is the way to go, and you have to subscribe for a premium account. Hate to say that you have to do that. I hate the fact that you have to pay to watch new anime, but like I said, you got to support the anime industry because these are the things that keep the shows. How we get these shows. Please don't watch it off these illegal websites, or don't watch it off YouTube or something like that. If you, I know people, if they're desperate, they'll do that, but really, support the anime industry when it comes to subscribing to these accounts, even if you don't, have it. So, and if you don't have the money to do that a month, hopefully you have a friend who's willing to share their account information so you can see the episode. But anyways, going back, there's this huge giant boss battle with the giant Infernal, and essentially we find out thanks to Licht that there are 5 different cores on this monster, and essentially before we take out the big core, the final giant core that runs the thing, you have to take out the other ones, and essentially that's when we get introduced to everybody through the text and stuff like that, like their names and their abilities, or what their role is to the team, stuff like that. And can I just say this? I typically don't talk about animation in terms of anime and stuff like that because I really don't care. I just like to watch watch anime episodes for how I get them. But my goodness, they really are going out with this season. I kid you not. The animation for Fire Force Season 2 in this first episode alone, oh my goodness, was amazing. Not only just in the fight scenes we get in this episode, but the animation just alone in this entire episode is anything better than what we got in Season 1. I kid you not. For some reason, the colors are more vibrant. They're more, it's a more vibrant type of thing, and the animation looks really crisp and really good. I just love how the Season 2 is already looking much more better than Season 1. And no disrespect to Season 1. I do love Season 1, and Season 1 had some really good animation too. But this, my goodness, this animation here is crazy good. Honestly, 10 times better than what we got in Season 1. So yeah, like I said, we were getting introductions to all the characters. I'm sorry for that. We're getting introductions to all the characters, their generation skills and stuff like that. And the animation, like I said, looked really good on all of them and stuff like that. So we see Maki do her thing, Arthur do his thing. We get a cool shot of Captain Obi. I swear, this man is slept upon. This man is slept upon. For somebody that does not have their pyrokinetic powers, or any pyrokinetic powers along, he's just a regular dude, and he's going up against a freaking giant. My God. The one scene where the giant just puts his foot up and he breaks his little guard thing, and then the captain comes back, and then he's like, "You think that's gonna take me out? I do training for a reason." And this dude throws a freaking shield like Captain America and takes out the guard. I saw that, I was like, that was dope! Oh my goodness. I swear. When they had that whole arc in Season 1 where Captain Obi was one of the main characters in that little mini arc of his, which was mostly when they went into the whole Evangelist basement, and he essentially freaking, kicked ass in that. This dude, my God, he has no powers whatsoever, and he's going in there as the captain, taking down big Infernals, acting like he's Captain America. I saw that. I was like, that is dope. So Captain Obi, respect, man. That dude is Captain Obi. I swear, he's really grown on me. I have other favorite characters in this show, but Captain Obi, he's up there in terms of characters that I'm gonna say it. He shows some badass things. When he gets in the moment, he will fight. He knows how to fight these infernal people, man, and stuff like that. So yeah, essentially everybody takes care of their job. Shinra does the kick he does, as you saw in the trailer, and mostly everything you see in this fight when it comes to the action scenes, that was really just from the trailer. Like everything you see in the trailer, it's kind of just from this episode alone. So yeah, and it was a nice little thing. So for people who want to see action, you get your little action moment here. Now then it cuts after the opening, which I thought was good. I'm gonna have to hear it more. I'm gonna have to hear the opening more and more to see if I like the opening theme song, and stuff like that. So we get back from the opening theme song, and I swear, next thing you know, Hinwa with his weird with his weird dress style is getting yelled at by Captain Obi for what he's wearing, and he legit has an outfit that literally says nudist. I'm not gonna say the word, but nudist itch. And it was hilarious. Now the captain, now Shinra and the others, which are Maki, they're wondering like, will he find out that it's not, us? And Hinwa kind of lies that yeah, I chose this type of thing, but then Captain Obi's like, Maki, Shinra, Tamaki, Iris, get in here, and he's like, look, I know y'all did it, so which one is the one that gave Lieutenant Hinawa the outfit? And Shinra's like, well, you see, the girls did so much nice things for me. They want to, rat me out like that. Next thing you know, all three of them are like, it was Shinra who chose it. Hold on for a second. Sorry for that interruption. I had to call my aunt for a second. But, yeah, so, I, I found it hilarious. And they all turned on him. Iris, Tamaki, and Monkey all said, Shinra did it. And Captain Obi's like, Shinra! I found it hilariously funny. And then Shinra's like, he's like, girls are monsters. I'm like, I know, buddy. I know. One minute they love you, and the next minute they'll turn on you. I just found that hilarious. And then the last thing, I kid you not, the last thing which probably made not almost, if not everybody who watched this episode die of laughter was the funny part. This has to be the funniest thing in Fire Force, straight up. So the next thing starts off with the final thing in this episode starts off with Shinra seeing that there's a calendar shoot. Now, usually with calendar shoots, usually they have calendar shoots of a bunch of different things, whether it's just imaging, calendar shoots of, images of nature or animals, or even and sports. Even with sports ones, you got them Sports Illustrated, girl bikini versions, essentially girl swimsuit editions, calendar shoots one. Here, they don't have one for the chicks. They have one. The calendar shoot is for the males. So all the males across all the fire companies have to take these, I guess, nude shot images when it comes to all these. When it comes to this stuff. And when I heard that, I was dying of laughter, bro. I swear, this was the funniest thing of Fire Force, hands down. I do not care what anybody says. This was the funniest thing. And essentially all the other guys in there are just getting jacked to look good. Always like, I have this one pose we're all doing. And it's essentially the pose where it's like, the Cobra thing where it's like, stuff like that, showing your muscle. And he was showing Shinra how to do it right and stuff like that. Now Shinra asked like, now there was like some complicated thing with how like they rank in terms of stuff like that. And Shinra asked, so where did the A finish in? And Obi's just like, yeah, you don't want to know. And it's implied that they finished dead last, which they did. And it's funny because they would think, oh, it's just only because there was Lieutenant Hinwa and Captain Obi that were the only boys. We have a lot more guys here and stuff like that. And the funny thing is when Obi's doing the whole Cobra thing, Iris and Maki just start up dying of laughter because they think it's so stupid that they're doing that. And it's funny because then Shinra starts looking through the calendar with all the images, I guess, from the previous year. And, he see he just goes over, we see certain, characters from different companies, Fire Force companies that we've seen in the past, like Fire Force Company 1, with the one white haired guy, former Tamaki's, I think, company. And we see that Reckon was in there taking a photo shoot. And even we see Dr. Giovanni, who were, started with the evangelists, they freaking they freaking did the photo shoots. And man, for Giovanni's one, I think he had like a stick. He had his little staff and he was jacked. And I was like, what the hell? And then what I found hilarious was the fact that, oh, wait. So, and Shira got the idea, it's like, wait a second. Hold on. If there's, all the different companies and their captains, that means Habana's probably in there. And he's getting like very inappropriate thoughts, like lewd thoughts right here, thinking Habana and Naked essentially are half naked. And he's like, he goes to Fire Force Company 4 and he's like, who the hell are these guys? And it's just basically her little guy minions. And then Iris comes up behind him and is like, what did you think you were going to find? It's a guy calendar shoot, not a woman, not a girl's calendar shoot. And I think it's funny because Iris is like, I'm very disappointed in you, which I found funny. It actually does cut to Hibana after that whole scene. And Hibana's like, now I watched the English dub of Fire Force, and Colleen Klinkenbeard, I swear, playing some kind of obsessed, honestly to God, horny freak over a character. Essentially the Boa Hancock of this series. I'm just fawning over the fact that she would get a chance to see Shinra essentially well, not fully naked, but essentially naked. Habana was losing her damn mind, and props out to freaking Colleen Klinkenbeard. Playing some kind of just deranged maniac, just, oh man, goodness, that was funny. I was dying of laughter. They also do cut to, what is it? The one, Shimon, I forgot what Fire Force company he's from. I think he's from Fire Force Company 7, I believe. It's either, yeah, Fire Force Company 7, I believe, and essentially, what happens is, we find out he does take an image, a picture, but it's a picture that he didn't see coming, or he didn't expect. And we cut to his little town area where his buddy's trying to get a picture of him for the photo shoot, and he's just running trying to look for him. And next thing you know, he's around the corner and he's like, hey, I saw you got me last time, but this time you ain't getting me. And get a whole fight over the camera and stuff like that, and I was dying of laughter. That part, I was dying. So then, at the end of the episode, Shinra and the other Company 8 members, they do take a picture in that stupid fucking pose. Excuse my language. And they ended up finishing in last place again. So let's just say it was freaking funny. I think their schlongs were covered over like some kind of freaking little cloth or whatever, and essentially, they're all doing the pose. They're all muscular, and it's funny because it's like the person in front is like the person who masters this pose. That's what Obi said, and Shinra's in front, and I just found that hilarious, and that's when the episode ended. I was like, I can't take it no more. This was funny. And honestly, like I said, I compared this episode to Season 4, Episode 1 of My Hero Academia. This was better than Season 4, Episode 1 of My Hero Academia because this episode was had an action in the first half, and then just pure comedy for the second half. Honest to the point, I might actually watch this episode again. But it was a good episode. Next week, it seems like Shinra is going to visit Company 4 where we get introduced to those new characters we saw in the different designs Funimation uploaded to their pages on YouTube and stuff like that. And it seems like Shinra is gonna have one of those moments where any other some main, well, not any other, but some main characters where they unlock some kind of power they do something which makes them go insane and they can't understand what they are doing and they're doing something wrong. So yeah, next week seems like it's gonna be focused on the main story now, and yeah. So this episode was kind of just a one-off filler-based episode to get you reintroduced to the characters because it's been a while since Fire Force has been on the air. I think the last time Fire Force was on the air was 2018, or I think 2017. But it's been a while since we've gotten Fire Force. But yeah, this episode was a good episode, funny one indeed, and I had a blast watching it. And I can't wait for next week. So yeah. Other than that, like I said, if you guys haven't seen the episode, you can go to Crunchyroll, Verve, or Funimation. You're gonna need a premium account for any of those streaming services to watch the episode. But yeah, that's it. So if you like this video, leave a like. Put in the comment section what are your expectations for season 2, without spoilers in the comments, because I know the manga is like far ahead of the anime. So don't put any spoiler comments regarding the future of what to expect. The only thing I know is it seems like they're going to be working with Company 4 against something, and this pink-haired girl is going to probably be some kind of important character as well, because that's what it looked like in the opening and stuff like that. I will also say the animation in the opening 10 times better than the animation in opening the last Fire Force opening we got. I do like Fire Force opening too, but the animation was severely lacking on that. I'm glad that the animation here was really good. Like I said, I still have to get adjusted to the song, see if I like it, and stuff like that. So yeah, and then yeah. Also, like I said, and then also hit that subscribe button to get more Fire Force weekly reviews. And yeah, that's all I gotta say. So Fire Force season 2 premiere is now in the books, and we're on to the season. So yeah. Can't wait to review more animes this week. I think, believe it or not, the next season premiere for anime I'm going to watch and I'll review is Re:Zero. So, yeah. So, if you're fans of Re:Zero, look forward to that. Also, I will do a One Piece anime review tomorrow. And then on Sunday, a Pokemon review. And also for the subscribers who are checking out this video, if I'm a little slow with uploads, I'm just gonna say I actually got like an internship. This past, I'm doing an internship for like this month essentially, and I have a lot of online graphic projects I have to do. So if uploads are like a little slow on certain things, it's mostly because I'm trying to get that stuff out of the way so I can make the videos. Or I'll try to make the videos as early as I can and then upload as early as I can and stuff like that. But if there's a little delay in terms of uploads and I can't exactly, upload, certain things at certain times, it's mostly because my internship's prohibiting me of doing that. But like I said, it's only going to be going on for 1 month. But yeah, but other than that, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Hopefully you guys are having a great day and staying safe out there. So other than that, if this is the only video you're going to check out, hopefully you guys are going to have a good 4th of July. Stay safe and stuff like that. So till then, guys, I'm going to catch you guys on the next video. So I'll see you guys next week for Fire Force Season 2, Episode 2 review. Peace.